currently in Istanbul right now. I took a flight out of Tel Aviv to Istanbul and meant to connect to a flight to Singapore. There's a 1.5 hour layover in between. But because the flight from Tel Aviv to Istanbul was delayed by an hour, they actually gave away those seats. So Turkish Airlines pretty much messed up here because we ended up getting to the flight to Singapore on time. In fact, they were still boarding by the time we got there. But then they had already given away all the seats and then the flight was full. So then they booked us for a flight, same flight for tomorrow, and then told us they'll cover a one-night hotel stay and food, all the expenses are covered. So now I'm waiting here to take a hotel shuttle to a hotel that Turkish Airlines has booked for me to stay here overnight. It's currently 3 a.m. and I just really want to get to this hotel so I can sleep and take it easy. So the hotel desk at the airport told us that we'd be staying in a 5-star hotel in the city center. And so we waited for the hotel shuttle to come pick us up. It was around 3 or 4 a.m. at that time. And then the hotel shuttle picks us up, drives for about an hour and a half, and this guy that's driving the shuttle gets totally lost, has to stop somewhere in some random restaurant in the middle of the road, ask for directions to figure out where our hotel is. And so that didn't inspire a lot of confidence. By the time we get to the hotel, it's like 5:30 a.m. The sun has already risen. So it's already morning time essentially. And then we realize that we're in some random town that's not Istanbul. I was actually tracking our location on Google Maps and I saw that we were going in the opposite direction. We drove for like an hour and a half. Yeah, and then we ended up here, which is just some like random town in the middle of Turkey. So they provided breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I slept through breakfast because I got to bed at like 6 a.m. and then ended up eating lunch and then taking a nap and then eating dinner. And now it's around 7 p.m. and waiting for my hotel shuttle, which will take me to the airport at 9. Now I'm just walking around, kind of exploring this town. So this is actually my first time in Turkey. I've never been here before. And this was a bit of an unexpected adventure as well. The other interesting part is that there are actually like a lot of other hotel guests at this hotel in the exact same situation from other flights from Turkish Airlines that got rebooked or rescheduled. And so I'm pretty sure they go through this every single day. When I walked into the hallway to my room, it was extremely dark. Like all the lights were off. And it was just really spooky, just going into this hallway at like 5 a.m. trying to find my hotel room. Hopefully I'll be able to get back to the airport later tonight. My flight departs at 1:30 a.m. later tonight, and then I have to spend 10 hours on this plane. Hello. 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 All right, so I just met some locals and they came up to talk to me because I was filming this YouTube video. Very friendly though, they don't speak a lot of English. I don't think people get a lot of tourists around here in this town, so everyone's just been looking at me like I'm an alien from outer space or something. So I saw an article today that said that Delta actually offered passengers like $10,000 to get off of an oversold flight that they had booked. And they had like 8 passengers that they gave $10,000 each to, just to get off of the flight. So now I'm thinking like, man, maybe I should ask Turkish Airlines if they'll give me any money, because they basically screwed us over, right? They overbooked our flight, or they made our initial flight to Istanbul late, and then they gave away those seats even though we got there on time. So I'm gonna go to the help desk later today at the airport just to ask. I went to the Turkish Airlines help desk here at the airport that I talked to last night. So I wasn't able to request any credits or compensation, but I also asked if they would cover any meals because I'm still at the airport, like my flight isn't for another hour or 2, and it's past midnight. I think the departure time is now 2 a.m. because the flight is now delayed. They gave me this new meal voucher, which is good for any meal at this food court. There's like a Subway and a Popeyes, a Sparrow, a Carl's Jr. and some pasta place, so not like a great selection or anything, but that's all they That's all I got out of them. Definitely am not going to book any more Turkish Airlines flights after this experience. This was terrible. Like, I don't recommend anyone ever use Turkish Airlines ever for any flight. Though honestly, I think that I was a little lucky in this situation because I didn't even have any checked baggages. There were some other passengers that I was with that had checked luggage that ended up going to Singapore. Basically, their baggage got flown without them. And so they got really unlucky. This is also something to keep in mind when doing international layovers in different countries, right? If it's less than a 2-hour layover, there's a chance that you're gonna miss your connecting flight. Yeah, anyways, so I'm going to get some food, eat like a late supper. It's past midnight by this point. But yeah, I should eat some food before boarding my flight. Hopefully this is the last update of this terrible adventure in Turkey for the last 24 hours. And I'm gonna get on my flights and get back to Singapore and then sleep for a very long time. So that's the plan. All right, see y'all. All right, so here's all I was able to get off of my meal voucher, which is a pizza, some chips, and a drink. I asked for 2 slices of pizza, but they said no. So thanks, Turkish Airlines.